Hello there, YouTubers. Kind of burning the midnight oil. It is dark outside, but it's nice and warm enough that I can do some drilling with the back door open, and it's not too cold in this back room. There's no heat back here. I never hooked it up. I'm drilling some holes. This is 1/2 inch steel. This is some kind of super lube that works real well. I am going to let's see, where's the thing here? I can't see it on the screen. Why can't I see that? That's all the way down there. There it is. It doesn't show up too good though. Might have to move it around. Anyhow, I'm going to 0, 0, or yeah, I think I'm going to, that's 0, that's 1, that's close enough for this thing. 2, there. I'll move you over to the other side of when I move the numbers. And I'm not putting a pilot hole in these things. Oh, I know why, because I'm zoomed out. Not a very good camera guy, are I? Anyhow, I'm not putting a pilot hole in these. I'm just drilling them. I'll show you what they are in a minute. I'm making another, it's moving a little bit. This thing isn't that critical. This is why we don't really show a whole lot of machining, because all it is super repetitive. There ain't much to it. I got to drill a bunch of holes, 4 holes in each one. I got to, let's see, we'll zoom you back. Maybe you can see that now. I don't know whether you can see the numbers. Well, now I'm going to go to, I think I got to go 2.75 the other way. So if you can see those, that's where I'm headed to. 2, 5, 6. Oh, a little bit past. Like I said, this thing is super touchy. Because it's 4 decimal points over, so that's really 2.75 and a hair. Now we'll go down there and drill another one. And I'm not spraying a bunch of lube. I'm just not into, it's messy enough as it is. These blocks were, we cut them and we faced the ends of them flush, not that you needed to. Now I gotta go 275 to the front. I'm gonna move you over here. Might be able to see that, the 275 up there. It ain't great. Of course, if I get too much in here, I won't be able to move. So let's go 275 to the front now. And if I'm not making a mistake, which I've been known to do that a lot. And another problem is that the stamped out on this, see how I was measuring them, and that's real, it's just a stamped piece, it's not real accurate. I'm drilling 5/16 holes. Hope my arm's not in your way. I'm not bearing down on it real hard. Now I gotta go back to 0 here. This thing just ain't catching you there. Now I gotta go back to 0. And that'll take me where I want to be. And if I've done it right, there. I'm gonna move you over here. Got a lot of stuff in my floor. If you've seen my floor before, I guess you know that. I'm kind of a mess. Not kinda. Alright, I'm still on my numbers up there. Now I could shower down on this harder, but I'm getting big enough pieces. I guess my arm might have been in the way there. Now we'll turn it off. We'll put those little bolts, those bolts got to go through there. Hold on to your ears for a minute. Now, if I'm lucky and I take that out, which I'm not used to working on this side, I work where the camera is most of the time. I didn't have too bad of a blowout, a little one there, but that's not hateful. Now, if I'm lucky, those will go in there. And if I'm not lucky, we'll drill a bigger hole. Working on, you know me, I got a million projects going on. There you go. That'll work. And then we'll flip it over to make sure it works from both sides to make sure that drill bit was going down straight. Yeah, they're all in there. Nope. Yep, they're all in there. So I'm good to go. This is the first face. If you can see that mark in there, I have to look in the mirror. I gotta zoom back some. Whoops. Back means the other way. This is my first cut when I was milling, so that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just try to keep track of it. I should be putting spots on the top so I know where I'm drilling down from the top and the bottom, but I'm not. Oh, just dropped the bolt. This is in the way. That's in the way. Got to clean up a little trick. I don't know if it's a trick. I mean, they make all sorts of parallel holders. It's all I use. If you can see, this is that strapping that you get in packages, little metal banding, and I just bent it here, and that holds these parallels out because sometimes they go a little bit goofy. But they're doing all right now. And that kind of holds them in place. I know there's all different things you can get to hold those, but they cost money and I'm cheap, and that was quick and easy, and you know I use everything 2 million times, everything. Anyhow, this is my first cut. If you can see the marks on there, it looks like you can see the marks. I got a little stop back here, so I'll put it in, and like I said, this is not a precision piece. My brass hammer's out at the it's out on the road. See, those parallels are loose and they shouldn't be. But it doesn't matter. So I'm not worried about it a whole lot. Because like I said, this is no great thing here. A little dab of oil there, a little dab of oil there, a little dab of oil there. Maybe it'll get it, maybe it won't. So now I'm on my marks. Well, it moved a little bit on the one up there. Shouldn't have, but it did. See the 0, the 5. We got to get that back to where, wrong one. That's supposed to be, man, this thing, that's close enough. 7499. 4, 3, 2. I mean, we're only talking tenths of thousands. We're not talking hundreds of thousands, thousands of a thousand. It's 0.0001, not 0.001. That's 1,000, so that's 1/10,000. So it's really not all that critical. I'm going to move you over this other side because I like drilling from the side where the camera is. You see the thing that I'm working with. I don't know whether we'll zoom in again on this one. That's pretty good. Drilling holes like watching paint dry, guys. The drill's moving a little bit over there. This is pretty rough steel here, but I think it'll be good enough for those wheels. Like I said, the stamped out bottom on that had all sorts of goofy measurements, so I just averaged them out and figured, well, if I got one that's a little goofy, then I'll just change it. So now I got to change this up here. Like I said, I don't know if you can see that. You might be able to. Go up to 275 or negative 275. There's 6, 7. That thing is so touchy. Look at that, man. We're on the money, guys. There you are. That's moving a little bit too. We'll let it sit there for a second and it might clear itself out. Alright, here we go. Now we got to go in 275. Now we're going into 0 now. Went past it, guys. That's 1. Alright, we got to 0. We're still 275 on the top. Alright, let's just drill a hole. I have 8 of these plates that I'm drilling 4 holes in. I don't feel like putting a pilot in there. I did it on the first one just to see where everything was, see how it was going to come out, and it turned out fine. Now we're going back in on this one here. We're going to, I guess, 0, aren't we? Whoops. Wrong way. I'm good going the wrong way. That's close enough. Can you see? Yeah, I think you're in there. Yeah. I guess most people that are watching me do this realize if I start getting a long chip like that, if I just stop feeding it, it'll break off. But then you got to start binding again. I don't know. Alright, we got through another one. Alright, let's see if this thing will go in this one. I gotta wipe the oil off of it. I guess you don't need to see that too bad. It's coming off. I got a little chip there. That's not too bad. I'll clean them up later. It's getting, these are for one of them's a little high though. It's a little wobbly. I did drop one of those bolts though, didn't I? I still got a mess on there. Man, where is the maid service around here? We ain't doing too good in the maid department. Of course, I got one on the floor too. There it is. At least it's not too. At least it didn't run real far away on the floor. Okay, we'll flip it over and make sure it stays straight no matter which way it goes. Sometimes they walk. Seems to be alright. Now this is kind of a neat wheel. This is a caster wheel. I guess you can see that. But it has this piece here that comes up. Okay, so once you roll whatever you want to, this foot comes down. And so now your table's going to be resting on that. So it'll be sturdy if you want to roll it out of the way. Now this is going to be about 1,000-pound table that I'm putting these on. It's going to be I think we measured 60 inches by about 45 inches. I'm making just a couple work tables. Goofing off is what I'm doing. These I bought, but they are pretty good price on you can find them on eBay. That's where I got those, and they're pretty reasonable price. I don't know what size. I think that might be the biggest one they make. And the table is there. Well, I'm making 2 tables. Let me get another block while I'm yakking. Making 2 tables. There I go, losing the damn bolts again. 2 tables the same size, just because I don't have enough horizontal places to mess up, so I need a couple more. But that's what I'm looking at. Look at that spider. Alright, find a nice clean edge. That's a clean edge. There's my little thing that I told you about. It holds them in pretty good. Put that in there and kind of just push it back in place. Then tighten that up. That one's loose. That one's tight. Still loose. Now both of them are loose. Both of them are loose. It's kind of... That one tightened up. Now they tightened up. Alright, put my drop of oil. I guess you're in the wrong spot now, aren't you? Maybe... I can't see where you are in this can. Oh, there you are. I guess you missed that little hors d'oeuvre. Put a little dot. It's about here. It's about here. It's about here. This stuff is kind of like, almost feels like bar oil for a chain. Now look up my number. See, when I moved a hair, so I got to, whoops, wrong one. Get it back to 0. Get this one back to 0. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're ready to drill again. Turn it on. Come up to speed. And here we go. Break them off that way too. Now I gotta go 275 that way. Are you on in the thing? Okay. 748. Set up. And we're past. All right. Here we go again. $50 million projects in the works. And depending on how parts are, I go from one project to another. Depending on what the weather is, I can't work outside in this kind of weather. I mean, today was nice. The mud was starting to dry up a little bit. 2-7. Boy, can you see that drill bit moving over? If I hold it there for a second, it'll clean that up. That's why if it ain't at an angle, if I flip it upside down, just kind of checking it that way. Cracked a few more walnuts in the walnut cracker today. Found out something really interesting. Guy, I guess I'll wait till this thing gets turned off. Going back to 0 now. Whoops, went past it. on. I need to go. That's close enough. See, that's moving there too. It's getting in some of these little rust divots is what it's doing. There it goes. That's pretty good. What was I saying? The walnut shells. I told you I had something that I was going to do with those walnut shells. And when I get further along, I'll show you what I'm going to do with those walnut shells. But for now, I'm going to keep that a big secret. But one that I won't keep a big secret, after I vacuum this up, I should have told you my big secret while the vacuum cleaner was running. Then you couldn't have heard me. Another old timer that's around here, and he cracks up about, I don't know, maybe 20 or 35 gallon buckets of walnuts a year. I don't know how the man does it, but he's amazing at what he does. And he saves all of his walnut shells, and he keeps a 5-gallon bucket of them in the back of his truck in the wintertime. And if he gets stuck, he throws those walnut shells down and gets himself out. And there's nothing sharper and nasty than old walnut shells. That ain't too bad. See, it hangs over a little bit on this side. Here we cut it long. This is, I forget what the width. This is 4 inches, and then this is, I don't know. Here's the figures here. I write all the figures there and do all my figuring right there. And then when I'm done, I'll show you what I do when I'm done. I will just say it's done there. That fits pretty good. Set that back over there so I can drop it and lose the screws. Oh, we got 2 more plates to do. Where are we at? This kind of a long one watching paint dry, guys. Make sure there's no little burrs on there because I haven't really deburred these a whole lot. Put it in, kind of press it up to the thing, keep it in that direction. Oh, lightly get that down, give it a couple taps. That one's tight. That one's pretty tight. That one's tight. That one's pretty tight. Close enough. I'm no professional here. This is just a glorified drill press to me. I've done a little bit of milling with it, but not too much. We picked these mills up at a place that was getting rid of them. They wanted to get rid of them. Okay, up here I'm going to my zeros now. Whoops. 275000. There, well, 2. That's close enough. Let's see, you guys still in there? Yep. That ain't too bad. What was I saying? He uses the walnut shells. If he gets stuck on ice, he just throws them down there. He says there isn't anything better than walnut shells. And those things are sharp like little razors, so I bet they'd pull you right out. He says he's gotten himself out half a dozen times over the course of a lot of years. I think he's about 85, 86 years old. Oh, we got to go to 275, 271, 272, 273, 274, 275. That's pretty straight. I did the setup on this before I got on the camera, and then I figured, well, maybe you guys like to come along for a... I'm doing stuff all day long, but some stuff just is harder to video than others. If I'm in one spot, it's not too bad, but when I'm moving around, it's kind of difficult. I gotta go to 0 here. That's close enough. where I'm just, if I'm driving a tractor, like picking those logs up and hauling them out of the woods, I'm all right while I'm hooking it up and that kind of stuff. But then when I go down the road, I don't really have any way to take the camera along that way easily. It's not particularly, when you're having some of that stuff, it's not particularly safe to have just one hand on the, whoops, I went too far. I'm going to talk here and drill something really goofy here in a minute. Alright, turn that off, vacuum up the chips, try out the holes. See what we got. Give this a little bit of a nose wipe here. I got one, a burr on the bottom. These burrs are getting everywhere. Alright, we'll bring that over there. Bring this up here. See if I get lucky again, because I'm not paying it. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, guys. I have a problem with that. Nope, they all went in. So it's like I can't video and keep my mind on that. Yeah, there. I turned it around so you guys wouldn't say, "Hey, wait a second, you didn't show me that." Anyway, I'm going to drill the last one. There's no point in watching any more paint dry, I guess. We're at 27. That's a long one down to download. Here's what I do with this. Little can of 2+2 on a rag, and all this stuff comes right off. But then I'll measure something and forget it instantly. So if I write it down, it's in front of me. So, little trick, or no, I don't know if it's a trick. I imagine you guys all know about that kind of stuff. Anyway, we'll zoom out. I got one more to do, and the camera goes out at 30, so we're not going past that. So I'm glad you came along. I'll put this one on tonight, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we're kind of out of luck for doing anything outside tomorrow. Today was a beautiful day. Toward the afternoon, it started to dry up, and I got a few things done. So I think I got to go up and help my daughter work on her light again tomorrow. So over and out for now. Hit the thumbs up, like, and go visit a friend. See ya. Got to figure out how to turn this camera